of course, Metallica is one.
After this baby metal, I don't want to say anything anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to top.
Yeah. In Canada, you have a good festivals. United States has a lack of good festivals. There are few, but comparing to the size of the country, they are just few because we have only in Finland we have more big festivals than the whole America has. But in Canada, we played. This is our second festival in Canada. We played Quebec with Ramstein. That was really nice, and this is really good. But I think in States, for example, it's more about radio festivals.
So the festival's a little bit Mayhem and those.
Yeah, it's like the festival's not really big, and they are all driven by the radio stations. So it's one type of music. So I think what is cool in European festivals is that there are a lot of massively big festivals, and the lineup includes all kind of music, all types of music. So it's not only metal festivals or only techno festivals, but a lot of festivals that you can have Metallica and
Coldplay and Ellie Goulding and whatever. It's
on
like,
the same lineup, which is really good.
That's really amazing, and you shouldn't compare and not to talk down on anything. And Wacken is just—it's one of their it's on their own.
It's one
league.
of the greatest festivals, as the Heavy Montréal is as well.
Exactly, so. And but it's great to see, but how everything is organized and the atmosphere over here. Of course, it's great weather and all, but it's good fun, and it always doesn't need to be the biggest to be most impressive. There's the lineup is amazing, and it's such a shame that we can't stay for tomorrow because tomorrow equally great bands. But it's really impressive, and the whole atmosphere, how everything is organized, is one of the really most impressive festivals I've ever seen, and I've seen quite a few.
Yep. We were touring until 2012 September.
Yeah. Then we were in Asia. The last tours we did in Asia. Then 2012.
Yeah. And then we had a really proper time off. Except I was composing the music for this Wagner Reloaded. So mainly the break was there. And then we did the shows with the Wagner Reloaded. We had like almost 1 month rehearsals with the production, because it was massive piece of music and massive production. And then what we did after that, kind of slowly started to come together after break. You know, everybody was doing different things, and we started last autumn. Actually, when we released the Wagner Reloaded, we actually did a lot of promotion with that, and we were doing radio shows and acoustic performances around Europe. And then we started to write new music in the spring. We did this tour with orchestra for 2 weeks in Europe.
And that was the first time we really toured with the orchestra, and we did like a proper arrangements of our songs, and
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and that's the thing we did also in Wacken last week with the orchestra. Yeah, that was orchestra show in Wacken. Yeah.
And you can find it from YouTube actually. It's really great. Yeah. We are really proud of it.
It was filmed by Arte, the German art. Yeah. So it's available on the internet. So check it out on YouTube. There's no country restrictions with that. So, but that was really cool. That was a really cool thing. So, and beside that, we've been all the time writing new music for the next studio album, because we're actually in 2 weeks we are going to do pre-production already with the producer for the record, and we are gonna record the album in October, and it's gonna be out in September. No, February.
Yeah.
Next February, yeah.
Now we sort of changed the concept and to the thing that we figured out how we can develop and how we can squeeze more out of ourselves, and we wanted to make more even a band album, as Eicca explained, that we've done work with orchestras and different types of things, and in the past we worked with many different singers all the time, and it's been great and has developed us a lot as musicians. But now we wanted to make a band album, and we thought how to create it in the best possible way, so we decided that we're gonna have one singer throughout the whole album and to create it together with him, and that's like a new challenge for us, and we are really happy to have his name is Frankie Perez. He's an American guy who's been touring a lot. He's been touring with Slash, he's been touring with Scars on Broadway, and he's been around, and he's like super good singer, quite unique voice, which we fell in love with.
Yeah.
And we are excited to go out with him. No, that doesn't exclude it.
No,
Exactly.
This is
and
planned
this is for the
record.
album. Who knows? Even like a half year from now, if somebody asks us to come to play on their album, or if we do just an extra track for something, but we want this album to be special and something different, that where we can develop ourselves again. I think the secret is that we love what we do and we talk.
Yeah, yes.
Because it's like a family, and you end up with tons of arguments, and like, especially when everybody does like creates thing with their hearts, there's like strong passions which might collide, but we've grown
and people have their own lives, and everybody is growing up different times. Everybody has their own midlife crisis or 30th crisis or 25th crisis or whatever. It doesn't have any idea. But you know, everybody's life is growing different time, and so that requires a lot of flexibility and a lot of talking from everybody, you know, to stay things in balance.
We've grown to be like a bunch of like greatest friends together,
and I think we never made a master plan, okay, like a long-term plan. So we've been always focusing doing what we love at the moment and what we want to do now, and being honest to ourselves. And I think that's the reason why we've been able to also to keep the motivation, and we've been hungry to develop ourselves and develop the band, to approach new things, learn more about music, learn more about making music. I think it's a thing we are most proud about in Apocalyptica, that we are now here and we are like, yeah, we get on stage, yes, we get the studio, wow, great songs, yes, let's do it, you know, that everybody is kind of full of passion.
And something that we don't give up, or we don't sort of like, okay, now we can do a little less, or we don't need to achieve as much because we've achieved already a lot, but it needs to be bigger, it needs to be better, it needs to sound better, we need to get cooler guys to work with us, we need to be better ourselves, and like really
we're not looking for easy life, you know?
No.
That's kind of funny, you know, these guys, they're talented and everything, but what has been funny also for me to see that they're treated like they invented something, you know. You know, it's like, hey, come on, we did this 20 years ago. Where's the beef, you know? But I don't know why they became so big. Maybe because the time is different and there's the YouTube.
I think Elton John did a lot for them.
Yeah.
Elton John, I think that they were supporting him. And they are great, they are talented musicians.
Yeah, they are very good. No bad word about them.
For them.
Yeah,
really good
no
stuff.
bad word. I think more is funny for the media and for the people. But maybe the thing is that on these times when it's the internet time and YouTube time, the things they spread so like massively fast. It's so different than in the end of 90s. You know, you might get a video on MTV, you know, on the night rotation, what we did, but you know, still it's marginal who would see that. I saw the video, I checked it because also because of the social media, these kind of video clips, they are spread like in 1 second. You know, everybody's sharing, oh, this is so great, this is so great. And I checked the video and I was like, this is like still working on the really old school stereotypic, you know, thinking that having this baroque style of concert audience and then we do something really heavy.
Yeah, but it's great.
It's good. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Your mother and grandmother, they are our fans.
And you're to become daughter when she... But the fan base is so wide range, and that's something we are really happy and humble about, that people... I think it's the thing that even though it's metal, there's also this like a softer side to it. There's beauty and there's a beast within our music, so it makes it so widespread. And if you check the audience, there's more girls nowadays than guys, but the age spread is like from 14 to whatever, 74. Or
yes, there are a lot of old people. I consider people kind of old people when they are over 65 years old, you know. And we had loads of those people, and they were really happy after the show, and it's cool.
And as we've done these like concert halls, especially now when we tour with the orchestra, and there goes a bit more posh people go there, kind of. So, but they equally enjoy even the craziest like thrash metal parts, and that's the thing that everybody is actually feeling quite the same. That when you give something honestly from your heart, then all the barricades come down, and you can't like keep your facades of being posh or neat or whatever.
Yeah.
It changed.
That's very good, because when we started with the first album, maybe 95% of the audience were male.
Ugly German male.
Yeah. So we like this way. Yeah, it's much better.
Of course, it's quite physical. It is a men's role, and it's quite physical to start with, and so there's like this pre-thought of the people that I won't start to do it unless somebody truly has a passion. But majority thinks that I can't do it because of the thing. But like as I said, to take down the barricades and just open field, and everybody can do it. It doesn't have anything to do of your like gender.
And I think that one of the reasons is that there seem to be, if you think about kids who start to play, there seem to be that the boys are much more. There's a much more bigger amount of boys who want to become a great musician than girls, you know. And that's also what you can see on the result. They're very rare, but girls can be equally good, or even much better than best guys. It's not about that, but I think young girls don't think so easily that I want to be the coolest metal guitarist.
Or even a guitarist. And
yeah, in general, at all.
Yeah, so, and that's something for like parents to support kids equally, that they can go wherever and just like believe in yourself. And
but there are great female drummers, you know, a lot of them. There are a lot of great female musicians on the rock and metal scene.
They've always been, and like but just somehow maybe it's the beauty or the fragileness or something that people think there is, that then girls more easily go towards classical music, or they start to sing or whatever it is.
But also band as a social group, as a family.
Yeah, that's
it's complicated, and I think it's now a little bit stereotypic, but 10 guys in the bus, they easily come better along than 10 girls.
Yeah, that's something.
Women.
And yeah, and anyway, it's like it's 10 guys in the bus all the time when we travel.
Yeah.
And it's something that girls maybe have something to work harder to maintain as friends when we're being so close.
I know some cool, like in Finland, there's a cool girl band, the Barbecue Barbies.
Of course,
that's great, you know.
Yeah.
But they behave like guys, you know. It's like there's no girly thing in that. They just take every cool thing about being a woman out of the thing, and that really works. That really works out.
Also, Michael Jackson also had always this
actually the
same girl, yeah. And she's a super good musician, and I think it's a shame because she's beautiful and all, and she's a girl that people don't listen. Like, just listen how she plays. It doesn't matter whether she has tits or not. She's just fucking good musician, and that's the thing.
When I was a kid, you know, I just wanted to start to play something, and it was more like two of my sisters. They played one other played piano, other violin, and I just wanted to start to play something. I didn't. When you are an age of 7, 8, you don't think so much about the music style. It's more about, you know, you're fascinated about instruments, and you just want to create some noise with those. And it's not so about not so much about I want to be a rock musician or I want to be a classical musician. And then, you know, so when I played cello, of course my big idols, music idols, were cellists or classical musicians. But also, I was like 13 when I started to listen to Jimi Hendrix, and that was my first kind of step towards the heavy metal. I started listening to Billy Idol, Jimi Hendrix, and then found Metallica, and then Slayer. You know, harder. And
I've been always listening to rock music. My parents were really, they know their shit about rock music and the history, so I was brought up well. I think I was 4 when I was first time seeing Shadows in their concert, and so it was really, I think I have the first pictures of me playing drums when I was 2 or 3, playing with Procol Harum and Creedence Clearwater Revival, like with my headphones. So for me it was natural, and they tried to drag me to classical concerts, and I hated it. It was the most boring thing you could do as a child, and I think it was pure torture. They tried to educate me, but
Yeah, my father he had a classical background as a pianist, but he not as a professional. But he loves classical music, and his vinyl collection was amazing. And I hated that Mozart shit, you know. And then he had 2C cassettes with some recordings from radio, you know, some rock music. I was like, "Damn, this is the stuff I like." but actually, I actually got drums at the same age, at the age of 9, when I started to play cello. I didn't do any drum lessons, but I had those home, and I played those a lot when I was young. So I grew up in the both worlds, actually, you know, not full classical, all the time both.
I would be chef. I really like cooking, and I think to
Really?
also to
Actually, I actually thought that yesterday by myself as well.
to
That would be-
communicate people, to create something for them, and to see happiness in their face when you succeed. I think that's sort of the same state of mind in many ways.
I should do some really chef courses.
Yeah.
Start to study that, because I'm so fascinated also about food and making food. But I don't know. I love to organize things for people. I like to, you know, make people happy. I think that's the musician's job, is partly the
Yeah.
same thing. So I love organizing events. I built a holiday house which I'm renting out, and you know, I did it with passion, because I want to have a house that people, when they rent it, they enjoy everything, you know, what is there. Everything is thought, and you know, so I don't know, maybe I would become a festival promoter. I don't know, you know.
Exactly.